Welcome back to Redbeard RPG and Starfield. Let's go ahead and we'll land on this planet. Time to commit some piracy. Let's scan it real quick, just because we can. And I believe the lock is where we want to go. It looks like that's the only place to land on the planet right now. So let's land there. All right. I probably need to get up because I don't think I'm wearing my spacesuit right now. It looks like there's no atmosphere out here, or at least not enough to sustain human life. So let's go ahead. Let's get dressed. And off the ship we
Do you
go.
need me for something?
Is it weird that I still get nervous around you? We're literally best
What am I stuck
friends,
on? There we go.
after all.
All right, where to now? Street cold snow. Says to get back on the ship. What quest do I have active? Rook Meets King, dock at the key. Ah. Awesome. I'm starting off great. I'm in the wrong place. Let's try this again. I should have pressed the cockpit button.
There was a small bit of dust on your shoulder. How dare it try to spoil the perfection? But don't worry, I blew it.
Let's see. Tab. Go to the mission. Show on map. Put us travel there. Oh, okay. It's not actually on the planet. It's like a space station. There we go. Now I think if we boost, we should be able to dock onto that guy. Whoops. I thought the pirates had their own planet. All right. So let's go ahead and board.
You got your cut. Now get out of my face.
You said the take was 10K, but it was 30. Big difference on 40% of 10 versus 30.
Oh?
You wanted 4K. You got 4K.
Thought you wouldn't get caught? It's time to pay up,
From me, you bet
one
your
way
ass it's
or
free.
another.
Excuse me?
You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new Rook.
Hey, steal from me.
I don't know what is going on here.
Better off dead.
Sounds like
Here you
did
go.
the
We'll
next
just give you the
time.
money.
Think
Now toss
before you
this
betray
body
your
out of an
honor.
airlock before it turns into a
I guess I
damn air
stole
freshener.
from pirates at
The
some
hell
point.
took you so long? Forget how to grab jump or something?
Yeah, that's what it was. Job's done. I'm here, so back off.
Fair enough. Glad to see you showing some backbone. Just be careful that you can back up that attitude before you square off with someone who can kick your ass. But
Oh, can you?
all that aside, you made it. So now, you get to hear a nifty history lesson. Pencils ready?
Sure.
Good. This floating scrap heap you're standing on is called the Key. Used to be an old UC military star station, and now it's the fleet's base of operations.
Okay.
Might look a little beat up on the outside, but we keep it together.
Okay. I bet it really pisses UC off that you're stationed here.
You think? And that's only part of it. I'll let Delgado fill you in on the whole story. He
Don't
tells
think I
it
just
better anyway.
murdered the other guy.
But I can give you the short version while we walk the station.
Alrighty.
It must be very embarrassing for the UC to be in this situation.
Anyway, I'll tell you all about the key. But it's better if I show you too. Follow me.
Will do.
All right. History time.
If you were free
The
soon,
key is in orbit
we
around
talk?
Suvorov. That's the very same ice ball where the United Colonies built a supermax prison they call the Lock.
Yeah, I was just
The
there.
UC is so clever. Supermax prison, lock, key. Huh, cute, huh?
Yep.
I have things I wish to discuss with you.
Now.
When you have time.
We've got everything the fleet needs right here. Of course, you've got to pay for it. Remember, on the key, credits are king.
I figured as much.
What the
That's
hell is
kind of
this?
that way everywhere.
All right, hang on, Nev. Before you get pissed, I've got my hands full.
Jasmine, sweetie, I'm trying to give a tour here. So you want to tell me why those damn doors are sealed?
It's called a malfunction. You know, that thing I spend most of my day dealing with. Believe me, my people are on it. Have a little faith for once.
Aw. In you, always, Angel. This here's
Oh?
Jasmine. You need anything for your ship, she's got you covered. We'll hit up the depot next since these doors have given out on us.
Okie
So
dokie.
anyway, we were talking about the Lock. About 100 years ago, the prisoners down there rioted and took over the place. After stealing some ships, they were actually able to make it up here and took over the key.
About time you brought us new blood, Neva. I was getting tired of trading with the same old faces.
You're just ticked everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Aludra. Anyway, welcome to the depot, Rook, where you'll be lucky if these blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry.
Whoa, whoa. It's not our fault if people don't appreciate how much it costs to get untraceable merchandise onto the key.
Neva's just whining because she thinks she lost a ton of cash selling us a shipment of gear. She should have done her homework.
Yeah, sure, laugh it up. I'll remember that next time I need something from you cheapskates. Let's
Okay.
move on. Back to my story.
So is that a
After
consistent
the
thing?
liberated
The
prisoners
traders
grabbed
here are
the
a
key,
ripoff?
They established it as a base of operations and began pirating the spaceways. That was how the Crimson Fleet began. Of course, Jasper Cricks had a lot to do with all that, but we'll get to him later. Rook,
Okay.
meet Zuri, queen of the rare exports.
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
I've heard that before.
Neuroamps, blueprints. Hit her up and she'll take care of you.
Speaking of which, you still owe me for that last purchase, Neva. It's like 5 figures. Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way. Oh no. Rook, protect me from Zuri's vengeance. Enough of the bullshit, Zuri. I'll pay you when I pay you. Deal with it. Got a problem with that? Take it up with the boss.
Don't
On
even
the
try
right,
to rip me off.
got Bradley from the
I know
Trade
value
Authority.
when I see it.
I'm sure you know the deal there. He'll buy pretty much anything, no matter how hot. Then we got our med bay on the left, run by the one and only Samina Mizra. She'll patch
Who?
you up, if you've got the money. We don't run any free clinics up in here, you don't?
Okay.
Okay, this is our final stop. Over there, you've got the Last Nova, where Bog serves watered-down drinks at ridiculously exorbitant prices. And
Yeah,
right
you really
here
don't seem to like
is
the
the most
people you
important
work
place
with.
on the entire station. The Reckoner's Core, run by the incomparable Shinya Voss.
Another new Rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit given what happened with the last one.
What'd you
You
do?
mean Austin Rake? It's been taken care of, all right? I don't like loose ends, and this Rook is the one who tied it off.
Perhaps next time you'll try to be a bit more discerning regarding your choices. It's far more cost-effective.
Yeah, love you too, darling. Anyway, Shinya handles our lifeblood. The money. We call him our Reckoner, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
And Neva will slit your throat if she thinks you'll bleed creds.
Go to hell, boss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little party popper in your chest.
Huh?
Anyway,
Oh.
Shinya will get you set up in our system. I've got real work to do. Once you're done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you to the boss.
Okie
Time for
dokie.
a proper introduction. I am Shinya Voss, the official reckoner for the Crimson Fleet. And since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no,
Neat.
I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering.
All right. That's the most clever security measure I've ever seen.
Glad you approve. Obviously, betrayal isn't taken lightly around here. Since I oversee the bulk of transactions and maintain all accounts for the fleet, I'm a prime target for information.
Fair enough.
Should our enemies capture me or I grew any semblance of a moral conscience, you might consider me the greatest threat we have. For Delgado, the bomb grants peace of mind and a certain degree of safety.
Okay. Yeah, I bet you don't get out much.
It's been over 5 years since I've stepped off the key. Leaving this place puts far too much at risk. Now, let me get you set up. A moment while I convene with the core. Thanks to advanced modifications even Ryujin would envy, I can interface directly with our mainframe and the Galbank network. This allows me to move and clean credits faster and more efficiently than any run-of-the-mill cyber runner.
Neat.
There, you're done.
What'd I do?
All you need now is Delgado's blessing, and you'll be one of us.
Okie dokie. Any other modifications I need to know about?
None. Other than my chest and arm modifications, I am but a simple man. Is the interview over now? Can we get back to work?
All right, time to make credits.
The perfect segue into my final subject. Thanks to our relations with contacts across the galaxy, we always have a steady stream of jobs available. I've granted you all the necessary permissions to access these listings at any time, using the computers that surround the core.
Okay. What kind of jobs?
Oh, you know, smuggling, piracy, taking things that aren't yours. Nothing that should keep you up at night. Well, depending on your methods.
Fair enough. Sounds like we'll be doing a lot of business together.
If Neva's chosen wisely, we certainly will. Now, I believe that covers all I have to say, so you can run along to Delgado. Take the elevator to the upper level. You should be able to find your way from there, I hope.
Okie dokie. I'm assuming this is the elevator.
Stop complaining. Atrium to cargo bay doors have been repaired.
Of course, when the tour is over.
Ah, there's our other new recruit.
Other new recruit.
So, now that we are all here, it's time to get down to business. The two of you are the only rooks that have made the latest cut. The rest, well, let's just say they won't be joining us ever again. Neva's willing to put her neck on the line and vouch for you, which means you've got what it takes to join the Crimson Fleet.
After what Neva put me through, she better vouch for me.
If dealing with the Ragana was at the limit of your capabilities, then you have a serious problem on your hands.
Oh, yeah?
You are already in too deep to quit. And I can promise you, it only gets more difficult from here.
All right, I guess we'll see about that.
Let's get started here. When you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, you're in it for the long haul. No one quits. No one retires. The only way out is death. You stay loyal or you pay the consequences. Fleet before friends. Fleet before family. Fleet before yourself.
I don't know about that. I mean, I could always just like stop doing the quest line, and I bet that'll totally work. I hope that doesn't include sleep before breakfast, because I like to sleep in late.
Hey, if you've got a problem, I can decorate that wall behind you with your brains. Room could use a little color if you ask me.
It's all right, neighbor. I admire this Rook's backbone. Takes a lot of guts to crack jokes with the threat of death staring them in the face.
Or that's how you deal with
this?
stress.
I want to get drunk at the last Nova.
I'm impressed. That is the first intelligent thing you have said this entire time, Mathis.
It's the only thing I heard him say.
Since you two seem so eager to move forward, let's get to your next job. Pack your cold weather gear, Rooks. Where we are going, you're going to need it.
Oh, God, don't tell me you're dragging him down to Suvarol for another one of your little initiation runs. 10 Johns to the surface, 12 dead Rooks. You'd think by now you would have given up on that goddamn campfire story.
Crix's legacy is no story, neighbor.
Oh?
We've got fresh eyes in the fleet. And if these two want to impress, they're going to help me search those ruins.
I hope you're right, Dale. That new code we grabbed for the lot cost us a ton of credits. And a decent captain.
This initiation, as Neva calls it, is your chance to see where it all began. On Suvorov with Jasper Crix. Crix led the riots that gave birth to the Crimson Fleet. And if his legacy is still out there, we're going to be the ones to find it.
Maybe you should tell me a little more about Crick's legacy. It's pretty interesting. So the Crimson Fleet is basically just the Australia of space. You know, it's born out of a island of criminals.
Before Crix left the fleet, he left a message talking about a major score. One that would set up the fleet to be a big player in the settled systems. Somewhere down the line, they started calling it Crix's legacy. And everyone who's tried to find it has wound up empty-handed, missing, or dead. If we're gonna beat those odds, we'll first need a lead. And I would wager we will find one on Suvorov.
Dale's leaving out the best part. That this whole search is based on a handful of words on a very old slate. Crix left a lot of big talk on that recording, and not a lot of facts. Some of us believe in it more than others.
Don't listen to her. When we get our hands on Crix's legacy, the fleet will be operating at a completely different level. We will become more than a match for UC Systef.
Perfect. Yeah, what if Neva's right and Crick's legacy isn't real?
Listen to the words that I am saying. The legacy is real.
I hope we find out it's not.
We'll find that out in due time, provided you're willing to put in the work. Nothing worth having ever comes easy.
Strange words coming from a pirate. You steal what is not yours because it is easy, no? But perhaps I am mistaken.
Yeah, wouldn't that make the fleet just a larger target for Systef?
You forget the UC is still licking its wounds from the colony wars. They don't have the capability to mount a full-scale assault.
Okay.
And if they were foolish enough to attack, we would have the manpower to push those pendejos right back to Jemison. If we have Crix's legacy.
Alrighty, that's it's a little overly ambitious, but we'll see how it goes.
Only to a small-minded rook. You want to be content with your petty crimes? Go join a gang in Neon.
Already did.
Okay, enough discussion. We have got a lot of work to do. To that end, the next stop is the lock. I've had Jazz feed the coordinates into your ship's computer. Since Mathis doesn't have a ship, he's going to ride with me. I'll see you down there, Rook. Don't keep me waiting.
Okie dokie. Oh, we got $5 grand. And a, what's that thing? Achievement. Is there anything you can tell me about Jasper Crick's history before he ended up on the lock?
I could tell you stories that would last for hours. But now is not the time. You have a job to do, and I don't like to be kept waiting. When you... well, if you get back to the key, I am sure you can find some copies of the interview he gave to SSNN around here, somewhere. I think those recordings might give you the history lesson that you are looking for.
Okie dokie. And what does this initiation at all entail?
I would rather you spent your time gearing up, so make it quick.
All right, and who's this Mathis character?
There is no deal. You and Mathis are two sides of the same coin. A couple of rooks fighting for a spot in the fleet. Only problem is that he is down a ship and you are not, which puts you ahead. Just barely.
I mean,
Who
the
knows?
ships aren't cheap.
Maybe he'll get lucky and you won't make it off Suvorov in one piece.
All right. I think that's all
Fine.
for now.
Then get moving.
About done chit-chatting. All right. There does not appear to be another door. I thought there would be a way to cut through there, but I guess not. We gotta go around and get back to the ship. Get through this way. Nope. Alright. Where'd that, took an elevator before. I'm getting lost here.
I heard Rake was in a monastery, and the Rook had to dress up as a monk to find him.
Nah, it was some kind of multi-level market.
Dang it.
Neva had to call her contacts in Neon just
Dang old compass keeps just leading me into dead ends. Oh, I got a gym. That's nice. There we go.
Every time I see Radley smile, I want to punch him in the face.
Again, should have pressed the cockpit button.
Did you need something?
All right, you keep saying, "Can you speak for a moment?" We just did this
Never
in
would I
the
have
last.
imagined to encounter something like these Starborn. Now I feel that rather than having answers, we only have more questions.
Really incredible, isn't it?
Yes, by any meaning of the word. Regardless of how impossible they may have seemed before now, I must say that I do not like being threatened by anyone.
Fair enough. Yeah, they're trying to scare us away from something.
If so, what would that be? Clearly, these Starborn are connected to the artifacts, which would mean that they are also connected to that temple you found.
Yep.
Did they make these things? Have they appropriated them? This all implies there is something more, something we do not yet understand.
Yep. Yeah, we just need to keep finding artifacts. That's the only lead we really have.
You are right. And it would seem that if we do, we may well cross paths with these Starborn again. We will need to be on our guard from now on. They seem to know much about us. Perhaps we can learn more about them to make it even. We
Correct.
should return to our search then. There's still so much to do.
Yeah, but in the meantime, let's do some pirate stuff. Hopefully she'll stop asking to talk to me for at least a little while. I don't necessarily it doesn't necessarily bother me, the character building and stuff like that, and getting relationships with your companion to some degree, but I don't think we really need we don't need it every single episode, you know. My episodes are roughly a half hour-ish long. Every 30 minutes, oh, talk to me. We need to we need to go over whatever's going on in the game. All right, now we're back where we started the episode. Guy just couldn't have predicted that we'd accidentally go to the wrong place and
Such beauty in the midst of nothingness.
meet us here.
About time you got here.
I told you you were wasting your time, Del.
He's got a sweet goatee. And here I thought you liked surprises.
I hate surprises. Just do what I say, and you might even walk away from this without turning into a goddamn ice sculpture. And Mathis, I am running things around here, so keep your mouth shut. You got that?
Fine.
All right. Listen up, because I am only going to go through this once. We are here to dig up any info about Grix's legacy. We are not here to scrap for loot. Whatever you pick up, don't think, don't get creative, bring it straight to me.
Good grief. Don't worry, Mathis isn't capable of thinking.
If that was supposed to be a joke, I am not laughing.
Don't worry about laughing, Delgado. It'll be a goddamn laugh riot when I split open his head with a crowbar.
All right, that's enough. If either
We're
of you
getting
want
along
to
great.
fly with the Crimson Fleet, then you need to follow one simple rule. When you're on a job, you do exactly what I say. No questions asked. If that doesn't work for you, just say so, and I will leave you on this ice ball without a ship. You will be dead within hours.
Yeah.
I hear you, but I don't like working for free, even though he already gave me $5 grand.
Smartest thing you've said all day.
If I hear one more thing from either of you about getting paid for this job, I will put a bullet in your head myself. Oh, and there's one more thing. Your little friend can tag along until we get to the outer doors of the prison, but I will be damned if I'm letting them inside.
Fine, go on. Leave me. Just be sure and thaw me out when you return.
We have a lot of ground to cover between the landing area and the lock, so let's get moving.
Okie dokie. Looks like we're going this way. These guys probably need help. I don't even remember what gun I was using. The heck is going on here?
We wiped the floor with them.
You hear that?
These things like not responding to laser weapons? I swear I'm hitting them and nothing's happening.
Well, that was fun.
Do they have anything on them?
I hope wherever you store that, the smell will not be an issue.
Some fluids? Oh, it wasn't that hard getting here.
Wait, the hell they run?
Oh. Well, that one just disappeared.
Easy money.
Whoop.
Another one down.
Reload already.
Yes, try it.
Watch my back.
Firing. My eyes.
Oh, there's another one.
Come on.
You barely even counted target practice.
Never stood a chance.
That's right.
Is that all of them? I'm not going to pick up all their loot. Alright, supposedly there's one more off in this direction. No, a couple more off in this direction. Let's get them. This isn't even the way we want to go. Let's head towards the actual thing. No, everyone's just going to stay hyper-focused on these enemies, huh? Yeah, we're like... Do we really need to clear the whole place?
Like this.
Alright, well, there's 2 more off in this direction. Let's just go ahead and frickin' kill them.
Let's see what they were carrying.
Alrighty. We made it. And we will head inside next time. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and have a good one.